Egypt is on the course of building one of the most ambitious administrative cities this world has ever seen. And this comes as no surprise, considering the unique heritage and iconic structures the country is known for. You must have heard of pharaohs, mummies, or a sphinx, or watched The Mummy. If you did, you would relate all of this to one word: Egypt. The country is a destination full of dazzling temples and tombs that wow all who visit. And for a country that has built iconic monuments and structures, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Valley of the Kings, Colossi of Memnon, and many other modern skyscrapers like the Cairo Tower and Iconic Tower that rises close to 400 meters up in the sky, the news of its administrative megaproject came as no surprise. In the fullness of time, we will marvel at what will come out of the project. Egypt is an Islamic North African country with its headquarters in Cairo. With a population of over 107 million, it is one of Africa's most populated countries. Therefore, the megaproject comes as a gift to the country, hopefully tucked along with a well full of opportunities for Egyptians. Location of the megaproject. Through the Ministry of Planning and its Vision 2030 initiative, the Egyptian government identified space underdeveloped and bare along the Cairo Ring Road and halfway en route to the seaport of Suez as an ideal location for the project. About 45 kilometers or 22 miles outside of Cairo City to the east, the arid premises stood out as the best location for Egypt's mega project. But why would Egypt commit to such an overambitious project in the first place? Governments are elected to transform society. The world has witnessed million-dollar projects started and successfully completed in several countries in a bid to achieve a certain course and in the best interests of the people. Each project must, in every way, benefit its people. The Egyptian new administrative megaproject didn't just happen. Several reasons spearheaded the project, which is why $45 billion has been pumped into its realization. The idea was first made public by Egypt's former housing minister, Mustafa Madbouli, during the Conference on Economic Development on the 13th of March 2015. The megaproject was unveiled at the Sharm el-Sheikh Economic Summit, where President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi urged foreign investors to help Egypt recover from the turmoil unleashed after the 2011 uprising against Hosni Mubarak. There are several reasons why Egypt rolled out the administrative megaproject. The first was to decongest Cairo. In Africa, congestion in cities has become a horrible menace. For several reasons, African cities are overpopulated. Cairo, being the capital of an enormously populated country, is weirdly congested. Based on the recent consensus of 2022, the count revealed that Cairo had about 20 million people, making it the second most congested African city. We all know what congestion does: crime, traffic jams, scramble for limited social amenities, and all sorts of other vices. Decongesting Cairo thus was the main reason for the megaproject initiation. Hopefully, the new administrative megaproject will help decongest Cairo and make it a smooth-running city. The megaproject also intends to provide residents with various social amenities, such as schools and hospitals. The smart city has been boasted to provide a better lifestyle with state-of-the-art hospitals, schools, and universities. It was projected to house around 50,000 civil servants. Already, the government has built affordable housing units in nearby satellite settlements aimed at state employees, and the multi-billion-dollar monorail project will connect Greater Cairo and the new capital, with 2 trains already delivered by French firm Alstom. As you can already imagine, the new administrative capital is beautiful and awesome from all perspectives. Let us take a tour. Before exploring more details of the administrative city, please take a second to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get notified when more such videos drop in. Perfect, now let us proceed. Imagine a city with an airport larger than London's Heathrow and a building taller than Paris's Eiffel Tower. That is what the new administrative tower is set to offer. The city will also have a park double the size of New York City's Central Park, artificial lakes, about 2,000 educational institutions, a technology and innovation park, 663 hospitals and clinics, a 5,000-seat conference center, over 1,200 mosques, close to 40,000 hotel rooms, a major theme park 4 times the size of Disneyland, 90 square kilometers of solar energy farms, and an electric railway link with Cairo. The new city will eventually house as many as 7 million people and will sprawl over a massive 685 square kilometers. It will become the new home for the government and for the country's banks and financial institutions. The new administrative capital will also be home to some of the world's most notable construction projects. A perfect example is the Nativity of Christ Cathedral, the largest of its kind in Egypt and the Middle East. It will serve the city's Coptic Orthodox community. The Al-Fatah Al-Alim Mosque is also the largest of its kind. The octagon that serves as the country's strategic leadership center is Egypt's new Ministry of Defense headquarters. The complex is considered the largest of its kind in the Middle East and one of the largest in the world, much like the Pentagon in the United States of America. The Skyscrapers Capital Park, also known as Green River, is an urban park planned to extend along the entirety of the new administrative capital, representing the Nile River. It is expecting to be 35 kilometers long, aiming to be double the size of New York Central Park. The park's initial phase will be about the first 10 kilometers and is already under construction. There is also the new Administrative Capital Stadium. The sports stadium has been under construction since the year 2019. With an expected capacity of over 93,000 people, it will be the largest stadium in Egypt and the second largest in Africa. It is expected to replace the Cairo International Stadium as the new national stadium. It will be part of a larger Olympic sports complex. And who is funding this project? Although the financing for the new projects remains opaque, reports show they are funded in part by Chinese capital as well as high-interest bonds that will be costly for Egypt to repay in coming years. According to President's spokesperson, the China Fortune Land Development Company agreed to provide $20 billion for the project. Some Emirati developers are also working in the new capital. But not everyone is on board. Many people, including local citizens and urban planners, have been skeptical of the establishment of the project. A good example is the acclaimed Egypt-focused planner David Sims, who commented on the project saying that Egypt needs a new capital like a hole in the head. Other critics say that instead of solving problems in existing urban areas, the government builds new cities for political and profit-seeking reasons and to divert attention from existing problems. This is a particularly relevant argument because Egypt has a history of building unfinished towns in the desert. But we expect such criticism, especially on such an ambitious project. 6 years in the making, the administrative city is the grandest in a slew of megaprojects being built by a president determined to reshape Egypt. The Business Insider listed the project among 8 global megaprojects worth billions of dollars that are expected to transform the world's greatest cities by 2030. So far, significant work has been accomplished on this project. We will keep you informed on more over other aspects of the projects. Stay tuned.